friends in World Doll Day. I have a few very special dolls to share with you. I call them my royals because these dolls are from the Royal Porcelain Manufacturing Company of Meissen in Germany. Meissen was the first porcelain manufacturing company in Europe to figure out how to make porcelain. And their products have always been of the highest quality. They also did us the favor of marking all of their wares, and I believe we'll insert a picture of that mark later. The other interesting thing about this group, and these are the only 4 dolls by this company I own, is I have 3 male dolls and only 1 female. I'm not sure if they made about the equal in number between the two, but they certainly made lovely male dolls. And I'm just going to start with the one nearest to me. Now this one you can't see it, but he actually has a slightly damaged shoulder plate. But in a doll of this rarity, small amounts of damage are something you learn to live with because you may never get another one like it otherwise. And just the modeling, the painting is just superior. I mean, look at the fine brushstroke, even all the way around in the back along the base of the neck. And the tousled curls of his hair. Now, he reads to me as a younger boy.
Kathy, the painting quality is really like something you'd see on a great figurine.
Correct, and they were known for that, and of course for their dishware as well that were of the highest quality. Again, meant for royalty and for the upper echelons of society to own.
And what date would you put him in?
These probably fairly early, I would say, 1840s or so. I'd have to go and double check my dates for Meissen to see exactly when these models were in production.
The rolls and dimples and everything are just amazing in this model.
Yeah, whoever sculpted these was really a master.
Excellent. Just a beautiful doll.
And every one of them is, of equivalent quality, really. I mean, this one, just to my mind, reads a slightly later doll. That's just my feeling. I have no real firm reason to believe that. But look at the way they did striations in the hair.
Oh, yes.
The only other company I know of that did that was in the early 1900s when Dressel and Kister was doing that. But here you have Meissen doing it,
and I think
much
Dressel
earlier.
And Kister must have done a little copycatting here.
Well, they didn't, in modeling, they didn't make this model, but they certainly imitated that technique, I think. I'd look at the eyebrows.
Again, the modeling is
yes,
just amazing.
It's amazing. Just all the details. I mean, I think he even has an Adam's apple.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely
With
a
it.
he.
Yeah.
Beautiful piece.
And then another gentleman over here. This was actually the first one that I ever got. And I think he is earlier than the gray-haired gentleman. And I like the details in the ears, the modeling of those ears.
Ears are amazing.
And again, you see the beginnings of the striation of the hair in this one too. Something that wasn't visible in the black-haired doll.
And most of the dolls that we've looked at that you've shared in your videos with us, we haven't seen this.
No, you don't see that technique again until Dressel and Kister starts doing it in the early 1900s. But just really superb. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that they left the whites of the eyes white and just a very slightly tinted complexion.
That's a beautiful doll. Now, I want to ask you, do you think that these dolls have the original limbs, or?
I don't think so. From my understanding, I think they made the heads and did not make the limbs. So the limbs that they have vary and were probably mated to them later.
Yeah, kind of by the head, and you make your own.
Correct, with whatever. This is the only lady I have, and I think she is later I'm not, I have to go. I know that they made another round of dolls, Meissen, in like even the early 1900s. So it's possible this one might even be that late. But again, I'd probably have to decapitate her and look at the marks to
Yes.
check.
And you don't necessarily want to do that.
Not
But I
necessarily.
think it could very well be of the period of the hairstyle.
It could be. Well, they would use the original molds.
Sure.
So that means you can't really go by the hairstyle. But again, look at the striation in her hair too.
Well, whatever it is a superb quality.
Absolutely. I don't care. I think they're fantastic. They're just the royals.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have one of the largest collections of rare chinas that I've ever seen.
Wow, really? Thank you.
Yes, you do. And I would say that if you have four Meissens compared to your holdings of others, that kind of tells you what we're looking at as far as rarity.
I mean, when you consider that I began collecting when I was 12, and I'm not 12 anymore. And over the years, I guess it's taken me, decades to get 4 of them.
Yeah.
So it's not something that, you're going to stumble upon every day, but if you do, you're a lucky person.
Yes, and they are amazing dolls, each one of them. But what I do love is I love the boys. I think that
I know.
that you have this, they're really outstanding quality.
And you really don't see this many male dolls.
And it does seem like we've got obviously the long neck lady, and then he's got a long neck too, doesn't he?
He does. This one.
And in this angle, you really do get his Adam's apple pretty
Yes. So he would be an older boy.
good. Yeah, and he's a little shorter.
So a younger boy.
Yeah, and this looks a little shorter too.
So maybe he's in between. I don't know.
Yeah, actually, they do kind of look like 3 different ages, the boys. Well, Kathy, thank you for sharing these royal treasures. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button.